hope you had a positive week. This week we're going to wind down and relax because I'm going to give you the 6 lucky foods to have for Lunar New Year. So for those who don't know me, I'm Georgina and I'm the creator of the pineapplechickenblog and this YouTube channel. So if you like things about positivity, culture and lifestyle, please do like and subscribe my video down below. So for those who don't know, this year is the year of the ox and the Lunar New Year was on the 12th of February. So normally you can celebrate up to 15 days after the Lunar New Year. This is not something I'm going to do, but I would encourage you all to eat lucky foods so that you can bring wealth, good health and prosperity to your 2021. So without further ado, let's go and introduce you to the 6 lucky foods that you should have. So this glorious dish that's been placed on the table is called a pawn chai, and this literally means basin food, and it is what the name suggests. It's a very large basin or bowl filled with a variety of meat and vegetables. This one is one that my sister had ordered from Dumpling Shack in London. So this dish is normally eaten in Hong Kong's walled villages, also known as Wei Chun, in the New Territories, and this is where my parents are from. Pawn chai signifies prosperity and only the best ingredients should be used. Each item is prepared separately and then placed in 3 layers within the basin, and a lot of thought goes to each item in the dish, with the most expensive on the top, so all the meats, the roast duck, the char siu, the prawns, and then the middle layer, that's where the food with all the juices and gravy goes, and then the last layer is vegetables and like bean curd, but it's at the bottom so that it can act like a sponge to absorb all the glorious meat and gravy juices from above. It truly is a basin full of goodness. So this next dish probably doesn't need much introduction. It is, of course, the Chinese dumpling or gaozi. So one tradition celebrated in North China is that on Chinese New Year, families gather together and they prepare dumplings to feast on. Each generation would have their own part in the production process. For example, grandparents might make the dumpling skin, while younger generations might fold and pinch to form the dumpling. My family are from Hong Kong, so this is not something that we did, but I think it's an awesome idea and I might try that for next year when the pandemic is over. Now, the reasons why dumplings are so important in the Lunar New Year is because they're thought to look like gold ingots that were used as currency in ancient China. Eating these little parcels of deliciousness will bring good luck and wealth to the family. It is an absolute win-win. One thing to note though, when plating up dumplings, you should never arrange them in a circle and you should arrange them in a line. And that is because when you place the dumplings in a circle, it's supposed to symbolize one's life going round and round, which is not what you want at all. There are many different dumplings, I'm sure that you've tried yourself in the Chinese cuisine, from steamed to boiled to pan-fried, filled with vegetables and meat. So dumplings truly represent the diversity of people and culture that we have in China. Spring rolls are another dish that probably doesn't need much introduction, and you probably have had them in dim sum or yum cha. So these golden crispy cylindrical shaped rolls represent gold bars, which of course means more wealth and prosperity. I usually order them from my local Chinese takeaway just because they're really nice, but it does help that every time I'm taking a bite out of a spring roll, I know that it's increasing my chances of getting wealthier for the year. Noodles is also a dish that we have in the Lunar New Year, and this is because the long length, unsurprisingly, represents a long life and longevity. Traditionally, the dish was prepared by a single strand of noodle in broth or sauce. But unless you're determined to make your own, I just suggest you go to your local supermarket and just get whatever noodles you want. I mean, it is the thought that counts. And you can just cook it up however you want it. I mean, it's a great dish, so why not? So what we have cooking here is tong yun. So these little round balls are made from glutinous rice flour and water. So they're traditionally eaten for the Lantern Festival. However, in South China and Hong Kong, we would eat them in the Lunar New Year as well. And this is because they symbolize unified family, togetherness, and reunion. So they're made from glutinous rice flour and water, and it can be filled with red bean, sesame paste, or peanut paste. The white outer shell kind of tastes like Japanese mochi, so it's quite chewy, and often is served in a hot sweet ginger soup, which is what we're doing here now, or it can be eaten on its own. So for convenience, Asian supermarkets would stock frozen ones, which I highly recommend and to give it a try because it's my favourite Chinese dessert. Good morning everyone, happy Lunar New Year. So today is the 12th of February, so I just woke up, and how I normally start the new year in my family is to have ningou and lobagou. Ningou is a glutinous rice cake, and this one that I have is sweet, so it has brown sugar, and it smells amazing when it's cooked. It just fills this house with aroma of like sweetness and gooiness. Oh, it's so good. And then turnip cake, which is a favourite of my sister's, is something that you can have in dim sum. So you might have had it before, but we normally have it in New Year as well. So that's made from turnip or radish or daikon, and it's filled with dried shrimp, dried ham, and shiitake mushrooms. So it's really nice, savoury, and it's also a bit mushy, but if you pan fry it, it kind of like a crispy outer layer, which is super yummy. So I'm going to try and wake up because it's still really early in the morning and try not to burn the rice cake and the turnip cake. Let's see how I do. So that's it. Those are the 6 lucky foods that you can have for the Lunar New Year festive period. You can see the outfit changes because it took me a few days to film the video, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope that you're going to try to have some of the foods that will bring you wealth and health for the year of the ox. So before I leave, I really wish your family and yourself to have good health, good wealth and fortune, good luck and abundance and prosperity for the year of the ox. Until next time, I hope you all have a positive week.